Well, hey everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Tanya, and if you're returning, well, today I'm going to be working on those Dollar Tree spring and Easter DIYs. Let's go ahead and jump into DIY number one. Now for our first DIY, I'm going to be using one of those new Easter signs from Dollar Tree. Love that style they're doing. I'm going to water down some of my antique Waverly wax, do a light coat on 8 of the crate boxes, and I'm going to glue these together to make a shelf sitter out of them and use the sign from that picture to put on the front. Now I'm just going to hot glue these together. If I was going to use this item to sell, I would actually go ahead and add the wood glue in with the hot glue. But everyone, I love this one. This was one of my favorite collection of DIYs to do was in this video today, and I hope you're going to enjoy them because I have some really pretty ones. Now you can see I'm just stacking those on top of each other and glued them together and lifted that sign right off of there and put that on the front, and I'm going to save that picture to see if I can do something else with it. But I'm going to put this right in the center. Now I'm going to take some of those carrots and I'm going to use that linen chalk paint and just put a couple coats of that. Take one of the pool noodles and cut some foam and pop those in the top, and I'm going to use some of that moss greenery from Dollar Tree and glue that on top. And of course I'm going to be using up some more of my greenery picks that I picked up. Everyone, if you haven't went and got those greenery picks, I noticed at our Dollar Tree they had just put a whole new batch of those out. So if you like the greenery, definitely go take a peek at Dollar Tree and see if you can find some. Now I'm just going to fill this up just as much as I want to fill up in here. And of course, I add a few more at the end there because I just love this greenery. It looks so good where I have these really simple light fog color walls, and I love the idea of popping these carrots in here. And of course that linen makes a really pretty carrot when you love the neutral decor like I do. Now I did end up gluing these down. Right here I was just kind of seeing if they would fit. Well everyone, here's how this design turned out, and I'm going to do a little video so you can see it displayed on the shelf. Now for my next DIY, this was my all-time favorite Dollar Tree DIY that I think I've ever created. I'm going to take some of those wood planks, and I end up using 10 of these. And everyone, if you can find these make wonderful signs. I think they're about either 1.5 inches by I think like 18 inches. But I usually find these on the bottom shelf, and I'm going to do a little wood glue in between each plank, and then I'm going to use some of the craft sticks from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to hot glue those on the back. And this held so well, and it made a beautiful piece of wall art for the wall. Now after I get this really secure here where I know everything's glued down really well, I'm going to paint this with, of course, my cottage white paint. Now I do add one of the little sawtooth hooks to the back. Now I ended up using one of my coat hanger hooks that I had in my craft box, but I did about 2 or 3 coats on here, dried everything really well, and then I decided to use just some black acrylic paint and just touch up that hook because I have some black in my home. And then I had some of these little box inserts that I had picked up at Dollar Tree. And everyone, look how beautiful that sign is. I am so happy that they're doing this vintage kind of style. So I decided, you can see there, just to glue those little boxes on it. Everyone, this is so versatile. You'll be able to take these greenery picks out, and if you want to buy some more of the signs for the different seasons. I love how they're really upgrading these signs. And you can see I'm just zip tying some greenery on. I tried to make everything where it could be removed as far as the greenery and the hanging sign, because I definitely think this is a piece that we can all make. And look how beautiful it is, that we can use all throughout the year to display some of our home decor. Now for our next DIY, I'm gonna make this carrot patch wall art with the bunny, and love this. Another sign from Dollar Tree. I am starting to be really okay with paying that $1.25 if they're gonna come up with designs this good. You can see there I used that same watered down Waverly stain and painted the bunny. And if you dip the carrots in there, this gives them such a neat aged look. Now I'm going to go ahead and use 6 of these wood planks again, and I'm going to paint them all, of course, with that white. Now I'm going to do something a little different. I wanted to hide that brown, so I'm going to glue a couple of the planks on the side just over enough that it covers the brown frame. And then you'll see here in a moment, you're going to need to put 2 of the planks underneath these planks and then 2 of them on top. And the reason why I do that is so it has a balance where it will lay on the wall flat. And it worked out great, everyone. And you know, I love the neutral colors, but I am a big fan of black and white. So I was okay making this one just the way it was. I didn't have to remove that middle sign. And you can see here now where I'm gluing that underneath. And like I said, I did that so it would lay flat up against the wall. But everyone, this was so simple. And I think this is another design that you could create and leave it up all year and just change out the signs if you wanted to. Now I'm going to take that lightly stained bunny and just put off to the side over here. And then I did something kind of fun with this design. I ended up taking some of those clear, they're like little command hooks, and I just stuck those on here just because I wanted to see how it would work, really. I could have glued these on if I wanted to, but I kind of like that they were hanging, and because they were clear, it really looked okay. And this was just another design. Of course, I'm going to tie that little bouquet of greenery and put up there to the top. I did remove that little tab and just end up zip tying this one on. But everyone, I hope that you're enjoying these, because I think these are some of the most beautiful ones that I have been able to create with the Dollar Tree items. And this has given me so many ideas to share with you. I have a few more that I think you're really going to be happy with in the upcoming videos. But everyone, look how beautiful this is. Love how this looks on my wall. You'll have to let me know if you've got a favorite between the 2 pieces of wall art, because I really am having a hard time picking a favorite out of these 2. Now for our last DIY, I wanted to do something a little different and a little fun. And I actually have this setting in the middle of my table. I took a placemat, of course from Dollar Tree, and some of that moss, and I just glued it all over the back of this. And what I was trying to do is make like a landscape for the design that I was going to create and have it be just a neat little fun area where the bunnies were playing. Now, once I get it all covered, I'm going to trim it up, and then I pull out one of my extra cutting boards and end up putting it on that. Now, I took some of those eggs from Dollar Tree and just painted them with the green and some of the white, and I'm going to use that French linen again for the bunnies. And I actually wished I would have put a couple coats on here, but I can go back and do that because most everything you can take up. I didn't glue it all down. Now I'm going to take this little candle vase and I'm going to paint it with the linen, and then I'm going to drag that antique wax. And the reason why I did this, I kind of wanted it to resemble like an old stump in my little scene that I was making. So I just kind of dabbed it on there, and then I end up filling it with some moss. And you'll see here when I start decorating this, I put like a little green moss bunny on it. But everyone, is this not the cutest? You got a little placemat, and I just set it on top of the cutting board just to give it some stability. But this looks so cute. I did put some lights in here, but I didn't have my fairy lights, so I didn't turn them on. I ended up having, they were too bright, but definitely some little fairy lights. And you can see I'm just cutting up some greenery. I pulled off some flowers, and you could decorate this however you want. I am working on getting a Facebook page. I'm not a real big fan, but I'm going to go ahead and set up a page because that seems to be the easiest way for me to set up a place for you to be able to share creations with me, because I definitely like to see. Now you can see I'm taking some of those little grapevine hearts that I saved from my Valentine's Day stash. But everyone, is this not turning out so cute? And now I'm going to throw in just a little pop of color, you know, some of that faint yellow, and just building just a nice little cute landscape here. And I do end up taking some of the brown moss and kind of going around the edges there just to cover up that little bit of white. But I ordered some more fairy lights, and so I'm probably going to put a few of those in here when they come in. But everyone, I hope that you have enjoyed today's DIYs. These were some of my favorite ones that I have created from Dollar Tree. So definitely let me know if you enjoyed this video today and if you would like to see more like this. Well, everyone, that's it for today's DIYs. I hope you enjoyed all of them. And if you had a favorite one, leave that in the comments below and let me know which one was your favorite. And let me know if I have inspired you to create some of your own creations. And also, I want to mention the giveaway. We are getting closer and closer to that 4,000 subscribers. And I think what I'm going to do is the Dollar Tree gift card with a few of the items that I feel are hard to find. I'll include them in there. And maybe a couple other little things. I'll see what I come up with, but I definitely want to give you the Dollar Tree gift card, and that way you can go get some of the supplies that you would like to get to do your own decor decorating ideas. Well, everyone, with that being said, I hope you do give this video a thumbs up because that really does help YouTube notice my channel a bit more. And also, if you haven't already hit that notification bell, if you select all, YouTube should notify you when I upload my next video. But I will tell you right now, the schedule is going to be Wednesdays at 7 p.m. I'll be uploading a thrift store makeover video or a haul video. Now I have quite a few thrift store items that I want to get through and recreate and make over. So I'll probably do that for the next couple of weeks. And if I really find some good items, I may just pop those in and show you those on a Monday or Tuesday, or anytime during the week if I feel like it's something you really need to see, so you can go out and check your Dollar Trees and maybe Dollar General. Now our Dollar General really hasn't got a lot in yet, so I may do a haul when they finally do put out some of their spring decor here in my area. But everyone, with that being said, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, once again, I hope that you consider doing so. And I hope that all of you have a wonderful and blessed weekend, and I will see you on the next one.